Hmm. Okay, y'all. Welcome back to another year of old school wealth building with Abraham and friends. You know what? It's the kickoff to the new year, new calendar year, 360 days to go. What we gonna do about it? That's what we're looking at. You know what? New year kicks off, but it's so close to the old year. I said, let me come on here and talk about the New Year's financial blues. Because by now, all them credit card statements, all that spending, you can see it now. You can feel it now because it's back out there. It's on your plate now. Now you got to make a decision. So I said, you know what? Let's talk about a couple of tips that's gonna keep you out them financial blues next year. That way you kind of learn some habits. You change some things on how you approach each year. First of all, I wore my shirt with the S on the chest. This don't stand for Superman. This stands for savings. This stands for a strategy. This stands for working towards something that's going to help you build that financial foundation. So the very first thing I'm going to talk to you about is going to be change some of your habits. Don't go into this new year like how you left that old year. So figure out what you want to do next Christmas. Figure out who you want to shop for next Christmas. Figure out where you want to spend next Christmas and start developing a plan for savings. Save towards that goal. Don't say you try to save because you put gas in your car. So I know you got a habit. And the only reason you have that habit is because there's a light that comes on and your car will stop. If you can do that day to day or week to week, guess what? You can create a habit that creates a process that allows you to prepare for every year when Christmas time comes. You don't have to worry about overspending. You don't have to worry about guilt not spending, which means that you feel guilty when you don't buy something for somebody. I currently do not suffer from that. If I ain't gonna get you nothing, I'm gonna at least get you a nice card. Or I'm gonna say, hey, happy holidays. So, first thing is create you a habit. It may be a simple habit. It may be saying, you know what, at the end of every week, I'm gonna save $1 and I'm gonna put it in this box. What you wanna do is get disciplined enough to be able to save. You don't have to take the whole bite of the apple. You can go ahead and take a little nibble, get used to those type of habits, those type of changes in your body, in your mind. But you got to create that habit. And then say, you know what? I'm going to invite a friend along with me. And we're going to call them your financial accountability friend. And those are the two people that's going to be you and them that's going to, hold each other accountable. I think too many times in our community, we hide about how much money we make or how much money we got, but we don't hold each other accountable for it. So this year, 2024, get you an accountability friend, one that's going to take this journey with you, especially if you plan on buying them a gift. You definitely want them to come along with you so you know exactly what you're saving for towards their gift and they know exactly what they're saving towards your gift. So find you an accountability friend, somebody that can sit there with you, learn with you, because savings is not the whole key to it. There's no success in savings. You got to understand the language of finance. You got to build yourself some processes. So that's one good tip right there. The second tip, invite a friend. That's another good second tip. Now, got to go look over here. Now, for everybody that's planning a trip that still got them financial blues, you still gonna try to plan that trip. But I like the key word in that. Plan the trip out. Know how much it's gonna cost. Know how much you need to put away from every check to enjoy that trip. If you're gonna use a credit card, don't feel bad about it. Plan on how you're gonna pay that card off. But also make sure everybody's carrying their weight. We got some friends out there. We got some family members out there too. They're not carrying their weight. So if you're planning for it, make sure everybody's planning for it, putting forth maximum effort. That way, when you get to your actual vacation, guess what? You can have a good time because you ain't worrying about how am I going to pay for this when the trip is over. So plan for your vacation because you're already talking about it. You're already talking about where you want to go in the summertime. If you got kids, you're already talking about spring break. Even if you plan yourself a small staycation, you still got to plan for it. So plan for how you're going to take the vacation, but plan for how you pay for the vacation. It can be done. There is no trip that can't be planned for. I've yet to meet one in my life. So if you meet a trip that you can't plan for, can you give me some feedback? Can you share that with me? Now, for those folks out there thinking that this is going to work, don't use your tax return to pay off your bills from last year. Now, understanding how your tax return became that large amount or that small amount is something that's homework for you. Once you figure that out, now you know how it comes to be that you receive that tax return. But don't count on that to be there and run a bill up thinking it's going to be there, because the one thing a tax return refund can't beat is your bad habits. Old school. Your habits will overtake that tax return way faster than your ability to be able to pay for that actual bill that you created last year. If not, use that tax return to build towards your next year. You know it's coming. You're going to run out there before April 14th, April 15th, file your taxes. You're going to get it back electronically. I know you're saying it ain't going to be me, but if you look at last year, it can kind of tell you who it's going to be. But use that money to build on. Don't just say, you know what, I got extra money, and you got a ton of bills right behind you. You got them financial blues sitting on your shoulder. Knock them off. Use that money to build toward next year. That way you prepare for it. It don't catch you off guard. It's funny when I talk to people and they say, well, how long do you save up for Christmas? You got 11 months. You got 11 months. 11 months and 24 days to be exact before you got to start back saying, hey, Christmas, or 11 months because you're going to shop early. Be prepared. Don't suffer from the New Year's blues financially because you're not preparing before they get there. Put the work in. You don't have to worry about it. I use Cash App, and I looked at Cash App. Now Cash App will offer you $25. You can take a loan from Cash App now for $25. I said, well, they joining the club. They looking to feed off of you financially. They looking to catch you when you're vulnerable, when you got them financial blues. So keep in mind, we got a new year, new opportunity, new goals. Now, this wouldn't even be a show if I didn't leave you with some of them hot stove topics. Now, if everybody don't understand what a hot stove is, call your grandparents or turn your stove into your house and put your hands on it. Then you understand what a hot stove is. Don't touch that hot stove. You only got to do it once. So here's one good hot stove topic to take away today. Now, when you go out there and you start planning for next year, be realistic to yourself. Don't set them false goals. Don't say you're going to save $10,000 and you only got 12. Stop that. Set realistic goals. Hot stove topic. Realistic goals will make achievable goals. When you achieve your goals, then you can say you can do it. Hey, like always, I love when y'all come out here and join me for Old School Wealth Building with Abraham and Friends. Stay tuned. We're going to do a lot of good episodes this season. Can't wait for it. But until next time, Abraham signing off.